All right, folks, welcome back to another fascinating episode. Today, we're diving deep into the intriguing world of audit risk and internal control. Now, I know it sounds super dry, but trust me, it's packed with real-life applications. You'll want to stick around, because understanding these concepts could save a company from a reputation-crushing scandal or even a legal nightmare. Let's jump right into audit risk.
Okay, so what exactly is audit risk? I feel like I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Great question. Audit risk is basically the chance that an auditor might issue an inappropriate opinion on financial statements that are actually materially misstated. Imagine you're a chef. If you taste your dish but miss a key ingredient like salt and serve it, the diners won't enjoy it. That's how real audit risk can feel.
Wow, that's a relatable analogy. So, what happens if they do miss something? Like, are there actual repercussions for that?
Absolutely. If an auditor expresses the wrong opinion about financial statements, it can lead to reputational damage, shareholder losses, and even legal issues. Picture this: a company's stock could dive if investors lose trust. Look at Enron or WorldCom. Those scandals were rooted in huge auditing lapses. It's crucial for auditors to gather sufficient and appropriate evidence to mitigate that risk.
Okay, I see. But, how do auditors even start gathering that evidence? Where does it all begin?
That's a fantastic question. Auditors assess risks at different levels: the overall financial statement level, and also at the assertion level for specific transactions, balances, and disclosures. Think of it as solving a mystery. You wouldn't just read the last page of a book, right? You'd check all the clues and dig deeper. The components of risk, like inherent risk and control risk, are those clues.
Haha, right. I can totally picture a detective with a magnifying glass now. But what are these inherent and control risks you mentioned?
Well, inherent risk is like the natural tendency of an assertion to be misstated before considering any controls. Take chicken, for example. It's inherently risky to eat if it's undercooked. Now, control risk is more about the effectiveness of internal controls in detecting or preventing misstatements. If a kitchen lacks proper hygiene protocols, any dish could be a risk.
Whoa, that's a vivid image. So if something slips through, we get this idea of detection risk, right? What's that all about?
Exactly. Detection risk happens when an auditor's procedures fail to uncover existing misstatements. Imagine forgetting an essential ingredient in a cake. You can bake it perfectly, but if you miss the sugar, it won't taste right. Evaluating risks is an ongoing process throughout the audit.
So it's like having to adapt in real time. That sounds kind of intense. Now, does materiality come into play here? How do they define what's material?
Spot on. Materiality is crucial in auditing. It's about determining what omission or misstatement could actually influence decision makers. Think about a restaurant menu. If the price of an appetizer is off by $1, it might not matter much. But if the main course suddenly spikes in price, or there's something fishy you find, people would freak out. Auditors need to continuously assess and document this.
I feel like I'm starting to see the bigger picture. So understanding the entity and its environment is part of this assessment too, right? How does that fit in?
Absolutely. Grasping industry factors and internal control systems is essential. Think of it like a doctor getting to know a patient's lifestyle before making a diagnosis. You can't treat what you don't understand. This foundation helps auditors in their planning and ongoing risk assessments.
Wow, so they're like holistic detectives, blending in with the business to get the real story. But what about this internal control stuff? What's the deal with that?
Yes, internal controls are vital. They are the processes that help ensure reliable financial reporting and compliance with laws. Think of them as rules in a game. Without them, it's total chaos. A solid control environment significantly reduces audit risks.
Oh, wow. So when these internal controls get tested, is that a big part of it?
Definitely. Testing controls can involve methods like inspection and observation, basically checking how they work in practice. Imagine it like practicing escape routes during a fire drill, to ensure everyone knows what to do when it's go time.
Haha, I love that analogy. So when technology steps in, how does that change the game? Is there a difference when audits go digital?
Absolutely. In today's automated world, technology introduces both complexity and efficiency. Think about using GPS. No more aimless wandering, but tech also introduces new IT-related risks that need managing, just like keeping your software secure. Data analytics is a game changer. It allows auditors to dive deep into large datasets and conduct more effective tests.
Wow, so all that data is everywhere now. Does that mean regulations impact these internal financial controls too?
Exactly. Auditors evaluate internal financial controls to ensure reliable financial reporting and legal compliance. Regulations shape how auditors operate, like a referee enforcing rules during a game. It's vital for ensuring ethical practices.
Okay, and once they find risks, what happens next? Do they just shrug it off or do they take action?
Oh no, they don't just shrug it off. They design and implement responses to identified risks. It's all about gathering enough evidence to support their audit conclusions. Think of it as adjusting strategy in a game based on what the opponent does.
Haha, this really does feel like a blend of strategy, quick thinking, and constant assessment. What a wild ride through auditing. Can't believe I'm learning so much.
It sure is. Don't forget, understanding audit risk and internal control isn't just for finance folks. It impacts everyone. Businesses, investors, regulators, and even customers. So keep those eyes peeled.
Thanks for this amazing insight. I can't wait to see how this all fits in the real world.